I'll watch some TV. It'll help me to relax.
Welcome back to the Ren and Stimpy recap. Last week we talked about Food for Sale, and today we are taking a look at Hair of the Cat.
And with these hands, I hold the fate of millions.
I love this title card. Maybe it's the last episode having a weak one, but this one is just perfect to me. The colors are great and the imagery as well, with Ren being portrayed in a very different art style, with it being like his shadow almost. It's just fun, and the music is nice as well. This house seems familiar. Ren is not enjoying the program as much as Stimpy and is looking so done with it. And then he sneezes.
Bazoomkite!
Is that like, bless you? Ren wipes his nose and asks Stimpy to go get him a tissue. Stimpy does that annoying pronunciation of tissue and goes to get one.
Pluck!
What are these words? He returns with the very hairy tissue to a Ren who is looking worse already.
That's better.
Yikes. I was warned about this episode being like the grossest one of the whole show, and it's already kind of disgusting me. Stimpy breaks the wall and says Gesundheit again. Ren says that he must be coming down with something and sees this.
Hives! I got hives!
That was a good scream. Stimpy tries to figure out what Ren could be allergic to and comes up with that it must be his aftershave.
Huh? But that's impossible. I've been a Yakwa Velva man for years!
We cut to Ren showering and singing with a beautiful voice that does not sound like Ren at all. He is somehow messed up and takes Stimpy's towel.
I feel like a new man.
Ren runs out to Stimpy, who screams at the sight of him. Ren starts crying and asks what is happening to him. I'm surprised we didn't get a close-up shot here.
It's time we got to the root of this phenomenon. Phenomenon?
That's really funny. We cut to Ren reading a book that's gonna tell him if he is sick or not. And he says he is allergic to everything.
I can feel my sinuses crushing my brain!
This scene really reminds me of Stimpy's fan club. And not just cause Ren said crushing my brain, but like the overall tone of the scene is really familiar. No, I really like that. Like I mentioned, the tone and the vibe of the scene is kinda excellent, but also just the animation with Ren's face like snapping around is great.
Idiot! What are you trying to do? Poison me?
Ren says that from now on, all his food is gonna be hyper-allergenic, and we cut to him eating shredded cardboard, while Stimpy enjoys a feast.
Oh well.
Stimpy asks Ren how his chow is, as Ren's tongue has swollen just a tiny bit. He makes guttural noises and we hear monkeys scream in the background. That's crazy. Stimpy says that all Ren needs is some fresh air and sunshine. But he's wearing a gas mask? How is he getting any of that? I bet there is hair stuck in the gas mask as well.
Hubba hubba!
When Stimpy leaves for unexplained reasons, this mosquito, who I really like the design of, gets ready to bite Ren. The insect designs in the show are some of my favorites, and that's coming from someone who hates like all bugs.
Bumping, bumping.
I'm sensing something really bad is about to be on screen. Getting pretty much the exact same vibes as from The Great Outdoors, which was the other time we had mosquitoes in the show, so yeah.
Maybe he's right after all. Fresh air. Good. What the?
Oh, he hasn't even bitten Ren yet. The mosquito gets pissed off after being catfished and gets ready to punch Ren. He actually just bites him.
The hemlocks are in bloom.
I think I'd like to go home now.
That's a very interesting visual. Don't get me wrong, this episode has had its very gross moments, but it really hasn't been that bad. Like, this was a mosquito scene that was way funnier than it was disgusting, so I gotta give props for that. I was so expecting the happy helmet, or at least some reference there. To be honest, that really disappointed me, cause even if you weren't gonna do a reference, like, ain't it the law of three or whatever it's called? At least have the last item be something weird if it's not gonna be a returning item.
Hey, what's going on in there? Ren?
I guess that horseshoe kind of made it work. Ren says that he has decided to sterilize all their stuff, and we cut to him washing stuff with rubber gloves as Stimpy wears like a glove on his nose and 2 gloves on his hands.
Now, you can go make the...
See, that was really funny, cause the last thing was way heavier than the first. Maybe that was what they were going for with the teddy bear and beach ball and horseshoe as well, but I don't know, I'm just being petty.
And when you're done with that, you can re-wax the disinfected car.
Flippity fold, flip flap.
Nah, they are cooking the couch and the TV. And the nicest car I've seen them have in a while. This episode gotta be in the continuity where they are rich from their in-universe show. Or I'm just not remembering and this car is a reference to some earlier episode.
Tucky, 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 tuck, tuck, flippity flap. There!
See, this isn't really that gross to me. I mean, it's not nice, but as someone who owns a cat, I'm just kind of used to cat hair everywhere. I think the stuff going on in The Cat Who Laid the Golden Hairball was way worse, at least so far. Ren wakes up and his eyes are looking disgusting. This is the worst frame so far for me. It's way worse than just having cat hair everywhere. Yeah, that's bad. Why don't just scratch your eyes or something? Use your hands, idiot. He starts screaming and crying for Stimpy.
You're not blind, silly. Your eyes are just crusty.
Stimpy to the rescue!
For some reason, that close-up was not as bad as the non-close-ups to me. Stimpy pulls out this stuff and says Stimpy to the rescue, and then we cut while hearing Ren screams. Ouch.
So, what's for breakfast, stupid?
Nah, he's looking so cute here. Don't know what it is exactly, but he just looks so small. Stimpy says his breakfast is this cup of hot water.
Bland, yes, but it's filling.
Ren sneezes and finally spots the cat hairs. Stimpy fills up his cup with like only cat hairs, as Ren now realizes and gets really mad.
You're the culprit!
I will always love those backgrounds with the dots. Ren screams at Stimpy to just look at this place. We see some shots of everything in the house being covered in cat hair.
It was you. All along.
I kinda like this. It's kind of a Ren freakout, and it is really justified, because Stimpy is the one that has been causing Ren all this pain and troubles this whole episode.
Know what I ought to do? Do you? You do, don't you? What I ought to...
Lots of stuff in this episode is reminding me of other episodes, and this scene for sure is Van Hoek. Unfortunately for Ren, he gets a cat hair too near his nose. He does a really big sneeze, blowing Stimpy away. Then he sneezes again, blowing a hole through the wall, and then he charges up again. Stimpy pops up to say Gesundheit, or whatever it is, again. I thought the whole house blew up, by the way, but they're apparently not. Ren points his finger at Stimpy and tells him to stay away.
You make me sick.
Nah, I feel kinda bad for Stimpy now. We cut to Ren watching TV by himself, and then when the ad break starts, Ren walks off.
Dum-dum. Pass the mustard, Stimpy.
Here you go, Ren.
Thanks, pal.
I got absolutely no idea what the catch is here. We saw that he still has hair on his arm, so it can't be that he is shaved. I'm sensing a crazy image here soon though to end off the episode.
Now what's missing?
Don't forget the pickle.
Ah, of course.
We see that Stimpy is in the pickles jar. Why does it kinda look comfy? That's how the episode ends. So that was Hair of the Cats. Going into this episode I had been warned of it several times, so I was expecting just 11 minutes of disgusting imagery, but it really was not that bad at all. It's probably just not me... That sentence is in the wrong order. It's probably just me not being grossed out by, cat hair itself, although they did try their best to make it look gross. The worst parts of this episode for me was the eye crust and that scene in the beginning. But I enjoyed most other things in the episode, at least a bit. Ren had 2 freakouts, which I think both were kinda great, and the park scene was also pretty good. I think that outweighs the negative stuff for me. The wiki didn't have any fun facts for this one. I guess, fun facts, this is the second episode of the show where cat hair is a main focus. The first one being the cat that laid the golden hairball. All in all, a mixed episode. Should I say mixed or should I say... I would say an alright episode, to be honest. Join me next week where we are taking a look at City Hicks.
Goodbye, folks.